We're live, part 3. Hopefully, this time for sure. Presto. Hey, Rocky. New software, people. New software. We cannot be responsible.
Currently,
Okay.
I am not seeing us live on YouTube.
I'm
Wait,
going in.
wait.
I'm going in the
Showing us
studio now.
live. It did show us live for a second. There it. Okay, now it is showing episode.
It
5
is showing
recording
live, and it has the right
review.
title. Hey, we're technologically amazing. Wow. Yep, and now we're getting the stream cord alert. All right, good.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. We're
So-
good now.
We're ready. All right. And we are on everything. I think we're actually
We're on time and ready to go.
on Instagram.
What was? Oh shoot, that's what I was going to check. Thank you. Hey, we're on Instagram.
Wow. All right. So we are on all of the medias.
Yeah.
All of the medias.
Am I?
This is cool. All right. We are live.
Okay,
We are
I'm not hearing
Memorex.
I'm not hearing anything.
You're not hearing me?
I was through my phone.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we should check. Audio, right?
Can I share? I can't share this to my page.
No, you will later though.
Yeah,
Okay, good. We got sound.
fine.
We've got a hiss. Do you have a fan going?
I do have a fan going.
Is it going to kill you if you don't have a fan going? Oh dear, that would be awkward. We don't. If it's if it's going to kill you, don't turn it on.
We'll find out. I mean, but I also have. Oh, what the fuck? It's supposed to be. I mean, last week you didn't hear it,
No, last week we didn't hear it at all.
so nothing changed. Did I? Hold on. Let me just check. Stupid AMD software.
It's okay. Let's not worry about it. Just keep it going. We're good.
Okay. Well, it's gonna be low and it'll be
Yeah.
underneath.
And I'll use AI to remove it on the audio. All right. So, are we ready to start our audio?
Noise suppression. Hold on, just make sure this is that.
Sometime today, Kyle.
Sorry, I'm making sure that this is low. Noise suppression. Input device.
I was trying something new and I don't like it. Oh wait. Oh, look at that. I look amazing. Washed out.
Output device should be headphones. Okay. Everything should be turned on now. So let's if not, this is gonna.
It sounds a little better. I'm not getting as much of a hiss. So
Okay.
okay. So I am over a red button.
Oh, red button. Hold on. Sorry, I'm just making
Do
sure
I have
everything
two
is.
backgrounds?
You do have two backgrounds.
All right, hold that thought. Is this thing throwing a background? Virtual background. It is. I told it to not run a background. Oh, I would prefer it run the background then. Yeah, we'll just let that be where it is. I have two backgrounds. Let's see if anybody notices, or if people just think they're drunk.
I'm drunk.
I've been drinking. Okay, so here's what's going to be happening. I'll have to edit the video later, but we will have the whole thing because I can't start a recording here. Recording starts when we stream. That part I learned. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
We're going to survive. So, light mode. Whoa, I don't like light mode. And what's full screen mode? Oh, I like full screen. Oh, no. Wait, I might like full screen mode. Hey, that's a good way to do this. Yeah, but I don't get any of the others. Nope, we got to exit full screen mode. How do I exit full screen? All right, good to know. All right, we're just learning new software, folks. EV Bucks. Not that they're paying for it. Hashtag not sponsored. All right. I am over a red button.
I'm over a red button.
All right. So 3, 2, 1, click.
Welcome to Lanterns TV Talk.
Welcome to Lanterns TV Talk. I am Will, joined by my favorite co-host.
I'm Kyle.
Yeah, I forgot. I re-edited that.
Did.
I'm Will.
I'm Kyle.
And this is a regular podcast showcasing and analyzing the upcoming, well, I should take upcoming out of there, showcasing and analyzing the Lanterns TV show from HBO Max, as well as taking a look at the mythos and stories surrounding DC Comics' Green Lantern. So, I think without further ado, let's head on over to Guy's Bar.
And now we go to Guy Gardner's Bar Warriors. Have a drink and pull up a chair.
Well, Guy Gardner's Bar Warriors. This is where we talk about the Habs and everything. And so, Kyle, how in the heck are you, my friend?
I am doing well. I am very excited to talk about this fantastic first episode.
This was a fantastic first episode. You're not wrong.
I have watched this 3 times now, so I am.
Oh, okay, you're a little bit more involved than me.
Well, I wanted to be very prepared for everything, but I mean, I think I've seen the first 5 minutes like 4 times now because
wow. Okay.
when they released it on Thursday, I watched it then, and then yesterday, and then twice today. So
wow.
Yeah.
They released it Thursday?
They released the first 5 minutes on Thursday,
well,
yeah.
That doesn't count. You're saying you watched it 3 times.
Okay, I watched the first 5 minutes 4 times.
Oh, okay.
I watched the complete episode 3 times.
All
2
right.
of it today.
I'll allow it. All right. I've watched it twice. I was involved in I had a little procedure done today, which required preparation yesterday. And if you've ever had this done, you probably know the procedure of which I'm speaking. It is by far the funnest and most amazing procedure no one will ever have. I had let's take the stigma away. I had a colonoscopy, and God, dude, and there's cancer in the family, so.
Yeah.
My grandmother had colon cancer, so when I was in my 20s, they were like every 10 years. So I did that. Then when I turned 45, they're like every 5. So I'm late, actually. I got it done like 9 years ago. So I mean, so far so good. Yeah, but it got done. I mean, here's the thing: the stigma of it is obviously it is not what they do. You're out, you're sleeping, nobody cares. If you're willing to let somebody open up your throat and play with your tonsils, I think, you're open, but you're asleep. So, but it's the night before, and the night before is awful. The night before last night was awful.
Oh, yeah.
I woke up at 4:00 this morning having to finish it. And it was because that was what the rule is. They're like, you have to do, they've changed it to like a little bit last night. And then you wake up at 5 in the morning and I'm like, I'm not even screwing around. I'm going at 4.
Oh,
so I took care of that. So that hampered some watching a little bit. I was rather uncomfortable last night, but we did all right. But yeah, that's kind of what's been going on with me. I'm traveling. I leave tomorrow for Maryland. So I'll be in Bowie, Maryland, coming to your town. Listen, Will goes on tour. It's a part of why I wanted to do EV Mux. Mm-hmm. This here is cloud-based. So, I'll have a different camera, obviously. There'll be different setups, but I could do this from my MacBook on the road. So if I'm traveling on a Monday night, we could still do the show, usually, unless the hotel internet sucks, at which point I reserve the right.
Most likely it's internet Wi-Fi, so it will suck. I have never been to a hotel that has fantastic Wi-Fi.
Right. So, but that's kind of here nor there. Anything else going on with you? Anything fun or? You were on a show or something, right? Were you on a podcast or anything this week, or?
I was not. No.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
I was just I was chatting with some hosts of different Lanterns.
Cool.
Shows.
Well, dude,
today.
feel free to throw them because if we throw them, maybe they'll throw us.
I was talking with the guys over at the House of L, Graham and Derek, and then a little bit of the other Will from Lanterns podcast.
Yes.
So I was
good guy.
talking with
Good
them.
guys.
They plug them. They're great.
Yep.
Give them a listen. They're awesome.
You don't
I
see.
know.
All right.
I
Well,
know-
hold on. Let's take a pause. You don't see any Audacity?
No.
Shit. Well, we're gonna have this audio recording then. We'll figure
Yeah.
that out next week.
Yep.
So, all right. Continue.
Um, I know Derek from House of L. He was like one of the first Smallville podcasts out there. So
Right.
he's been doing it for quite some
Many
time.
many moons.
Yeah. And today I thought about like, oh man, I really do miss talking about legends and everything.
Yeah, you know, we could always do. No, I really don't want to do season 6 again.
No. We would do seasons 1 through 5. And then-
Okay. And not 6 and 7. We would just pretend at the end of 5 we're done.
Yep.
I can get behind that. But since this is Lanterns and not Legends TV talk, I think, and we have a lot of
lantern on there somewhere.
yes, we have a lot of mission briefing to get over to. So I think we should get over to the mission briefing and get started about this week's episode. What do you think?
Mhm. I agree.
All right, here we go.
Now it's time for a mission briefing.
Okay. Mission briefing. Kyle, this is you.
Yes, sorry. All right. Episode 1, pilot, written by Chris Mundy,
Damon Lindelof.
Damon Lindelof, and Tom King.
Sorry.
Director was James Hawes.
Yeah.
And then after a fatal shooting, Green Lantern Hal Jordan and new recruit John Stewart set out to prove it was an extraterrestrial event.
Okay.
Spoiler alert, it is.
It was, yeah. Okay. So let's get it, and let's talk a bit in generality first.
Sure.
Before we get into specifics, what did you think? I mean, I saw your post last night. If you didn't see it on our Instagrams or YouTube, go check them out.
I am planning on after every episode do like a very quick non-spoiler recap or reaction to every episode. I think it will help.
Yeah.
It
keeps your thoughts in motion.
It does, especially if I'm not able to rewatch the episode again.
Right.
It's all there. I like rating wise, I would give it 4.5 out of 5 lanterns.
Okay.
I think this is a very strong TV show pilot. One of the better pilot episodes of a TV show I've seen in a while.
Okay. I like that. I gotta agree with you. I think it helped that I will say this, they did a good job of subverting, making sure that our expectations were in check. Mm-hmm. Which is not to say that they were high or anything, but I think they could have been. I think if you're a Green Lantern fan, you've waited a very long time for this. And your expectations could be pretty high. Like the Star Wars sequel trilogy, when I think about things like The Last Jedi, where I think a lot of the hate that gets, justifiably so, besides the fact that it was just a bad movie, and I die on that hill. I think a lot of the hate it gets is from the fact that we had 2 years as a fandom to come up with our own ideas of what, because of the damn mystery box that seems to be the plot device now going forward. And, Abrams built in so many mystery boxes that there was almost nothing Johnson could do that would have worked for us. I think what these guys did, Lindelof and Mundy, Tom King, is I think they knew to kind of put out there what this was. That this wasn't going to be, Kilowog, Salak, Chip, and the Core coming out and fighting, the emotional spectrum. That this is going to be an Earth-based. It set our expectations low. I had pretty low expectations going into this.
Yeah.
So watching it last night, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot.
I-
I don't know that I'd give it 4.5 out of 5. I think I'd rather go 10 and say it was a solid 8 out of 10.
Okay.
There are problems. There are serious problems, but nothing that would make me be like, why am I doing this show? Screw you. You know, like this is, I enjoyed it a lot. I think an 8 out of 10, which is 4 out of 10, 5, obviously. But
Yeah.
yeah, I liked it a lot. I think, you know, the best parts, Kyle Chandler, yeah, he did it. He did it.
He is now Hal. He is.
Yeah.
I just think back to certain like comic like pinpoints,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh my god, that's exactly a Hal Jordan thing.
Especially Hal. Go ahead.
It's like, did you? I don't know how much he read of Hal or anything, but he was really spot on with some
Right.
of his mannerisms and like how he was saying his lines.
Right. It was arrogant.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. It's like, and it's not the Ryan. We've talked about this. We did an episode where we talked about Green Lantern movie. Ryan Reynolds' arrogance is not Hal Jordan.
No.
Ryan Reynolds' arrogance is Ryan Reynolds. It's Deadpool. He's perfect. Hal Jordan's arrogance comes from having done and seen it all, having and survived it and run into the fire. If a building's on fire, he's the one running into it. If you know there's a puppy to be saved in a tree, he's jumping off the roof. He's that guy. And Chandler nailed that attitude. I do get impressions of the 90, and this is kind of what I think if they pulled from the comics, they pulled from the Post-Action Comics Weekly, pre-Emerald Toilet, Green Lantern, 1 through 25, where they were rebuilding the core and all that. Like,
Okay.
if you didn't get a chance to read those, I do think they're in DC Universe Infinite. There's two problems I had with that time. First of all, one of them is after, I think it was Gerard Jones writing, and that's problematic. Now, if you don't know who he is, Wikipedia, look him up. He's an absolute monster and a scumbag. I don't mean that to be sued, but that's my own personal opinion. But it's a very similar type of Hal. It's the first time we see Hal with the white stripes.
Okay.
And he's kind of going walkabout. He's the only Green Lantern in the cosmos. They haven't rebuilt the core from the post-crisis when the Guardians left. So, excuse me. So he's kind of walking the earth in a very similar vibe. If you haven't read it, you should read it. And I think he kind of nailed that. If that's what he was going for, I salute,
Yeah.
I think Kyle Chandler was great. Aaron Pierre is fantastic.
Yes. I see
Go ahead.
Jon
Yeah,
Stewart.
talk
I see
about
Jon
it.
Stewart. I see animated show Jon Stewart, especially at the end. Well, in his get up.
Yeah.
I was just like, yeah, that's Jon Stewart. He's it for life. No one else can do this the way that Aaron is doing it.
Yeah.
I am very excited to see more of his Jon Stewart throughout this show and into Man of Tomorrow. I
Yeah,
think
me too.
We're going to be pleasantly surprised on what he brings to the table.
I gotta wonder because he's British. I didn't realize this. I finally saw an interview of him.
He's
and
British, and then the sheriff,
Oh yeah,
she's Scottish.
right. And so I heard his voice British, and I'm telling you, I gotta wonder if he watched Justice League cartoons because he seems to be trying to do Phil Lamar's Jon Stewart.
That's
Like-
yeah, that's possible.
Like if you listen to it, the cadence. Jon Stewart in Green Lantern in Justice League and all those. Phil Lamar developed a cadence for him, and it was very military, and it was a very just listen to the in brightest day in black. I mean, he has that, and then You've got Aaron, and he seemed to have that all the way around.
Yeah.
I really, really liked him. I found myself rooting for him. I found myself, I was the two of them together, which is gonna make the ending problematic, I think. So we'll talk about that in a bit. But
I enjoy both of them
Yeah.
working off one
Yes.
another. There's
They have
there's
chemistry.
comedic bits.
Yep.
There's confrontation,
Yeah.
and it all works out in the end for the show and everything. Their chemistry is something that will make people come back week
I
after
think
week
so
for
too.
this.
And let's get into kind of some of the, let's break it down a little bit. So I want to talk about that opening scene with John as a child.
Yep.
The whole episode opens with you see Jon Stewart in I think it was 1986 or 96.
1996.
Yeah. And he's a child, and we kind of see how his dad interacted with him. Now, there were some differences. I think you mentioned this last night. Like, he didn't have brothers in the book. He had a sister, and it was a famous story about his sister because it was kind of how he got out of the wheelchair, and that was, again, an early aughts type of Judd Winnick thing. I kind of like I like the brother thing. But his dad, the scene where his dad's coming in. Oh, and we should say this, guys. We are going to break this episode down. If you have not seen episode 1 of Lanterns, stop. Hit pause on your podcatcher. Stop the video. Go hit HBO Max. Sign up for a 7-day free trial if you don't have it. Just get whatever you got to do. If you get a free month, great. You'll get through most of the season. Cannot say it enough because I don't want to ruin things for you. There are some things in here. So that being said, John's father, what comes to find out, you get this impression that that he's kind of like the kids live in abject fear of him.
Yes.
So the father comes home because they're watching the interview with Hal, and that's where this is part of why I don't have the 10 out of 10. Hal unmasking goes against every aspect of the character, every aspect for me. That's the only thing. I get why they did it. It adds a certain level. It allowed them to get him into like situations. Like as Hal Jordan test pilot, he couldn't just walk on the field and go, I want to investigate this. He would have had to be in costume.
Right.
So I get why they didn't do it. But it just felt weird.
They talk about why he's not in costume either.
Right. They do mention that, which is okay.
Yeah.
But John's dad comes home, so they shut the interview off. They're all acting weird. And it seems like his dad, I can't tell if his dad was a fan of Green Lantern or in trying to make John a candidate for Green Lantern. Like John's like, I want to be Green Lantern one day. And he's like, well, this is how you do it. Can't have any fear. Because his dad takes John, who looks to be about 10 or 11, out back, puts an apple on his head, asks him if he's afraid, and then shoots the apple off his head.
Not the first time. There are
Right.
multiple gunshots going all the way up. I saw someone point this out.
That would be the brothers then. He's doing it to the brothers too.
Either that or it's like a reverse, not like a reverse, but like a height guide on the wall.
Like upstairs, my kid's got a height guide on.
Yeah,
because we live
something like that.
so.
I cannot take credit for that. I saw someone talk
Right.
about that one.
I would sooner think it's the brothers. I would because all the brothers were different heights.
They were all different heights. Yes.
I would sooner think that Dad does this to all three. Like and so it makes me like is like Dad like Kathy Lee, and this could be speculation, but where she's trying to get all of her kids to be in showbiz or whatever. Back in the day, that used to be the thing about Kathy Lee and Regis, that she was constantly bringing his kids out. So I don't know. It's definitely something to speculate about. I mean, what are your thoughts on it?
I've read too much online. So
okay.
Not like spoilery for going on, but it's just like everyone's like thoughts on it. some people think that Jon Stewart Sr. Works not as much with Hal Jordan, but is knows about the Guardians and is
Like
wanting.
he's Tom?
Yeah, a little bit.
That would be interesting. It would be interesting because
but
Hal's
they
Air
want-
Force and he's Marine.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
But John Sr. wants the Guardians to recognize that John Jr. is a ready
Without
and
fear.
able candidate. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I can understand that. I think maybe that'll come up more. They might go back to that time
because
more.
we're definitely not done with
there.
1996. It was in a trailer that that we will see more of Little John and John Jr. back in 1996.
Okay. Cool.
Which we also do have to mention at this point in time, Hal has been a Green Lantern for 10 years, so he got the ring back in 1986, and then through 2016, he's been a Green Lantern for about 40 years.
Right.
So, and then Superman comes into the spotlight.
By the way,
9
that's
years.
by the way, that's 30, not 40. 1986 to 2016 would be 30 years. 40 years is this year.
That's what I meant. But either way, Hal's been a Green Lantern for a long time, longer than what we would have thought someone would have been.
Right.
And
So-
and I'm okay with that. This is a very different
Take.
DC universe and different
Yes.
take on Green Lantern and on the DC universe, being that Superman is usually the first superhero,
The forerunner. Yeah.
but now it's not even the JSA, because they made mention that Hal is the first Green Lantern.
Right.
So there's no, right now we don't know of an Alan Scott.
Well, they say that the mural that was in the Justice League, the Justice Gang's headquarters, the Hall of Justice Gang or whatever they called it, that there was a mural there with a whole bunch of people on it. They say that that's actually canon. So the old West characters from there were in there. Some of the World War Ones, I think the Seven Soldiers were in there. Obviously, the Creature Commandos. So yeah, they've been around. So.
Okay.
So I mean, let's kind of push this along a little bit. So it goes from John's memory, and we get our first, which we saw a lot in the trailers. They got it right out of the gate. Hal picks up an adult Jon Stewart from outside the gym, and he's just kind of he's a douche.
He's late.
He's late, but he's also picking on John about the fact that John's not pissed about it, even though John's kind of pissed about it. He even says one time, because John keeps calling him sir at the end of everything, and he's like, I feel like every time you say sir, it's fuck you. And he's like,
I don't know what
I'm
you
not
mean,
saying that, sir.
sir. But throughout the episode, he says sir less and less
Yes.
to Hal. I don't know if that was a choice on John's part, or just him being like, okay, I've gotten more comfortable with him.
Well, the change, the fact that he said, I haven't even worn the ring yet.
Yeah.
And that's when, Hal puts it on the dashboard, jumps out of the car, says, meet me 3 miles up the road. And we all saw it in the trailer. So that makes sense. And that could have been the change too, because that seemed to be a change for him, because he was also pissed. He calls his dad. He's like, what is going on here? So John lives. The car goes off the cliff. John lives. We don't see any green or nothing. We don't see how. He does tell us later, and it's quite humorous. But the next scene is John walking down the desert road, talking to his dad on the phone. He's like, he just tried to kill me, Dad. What the hell? And his dad's like, you want this job? Come on, he wasn't going to kill you. This is all a test. This is all, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it was kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then we get probably one of the cooler parts of the episode, it's one of the most poignant as far as Hal's character. Just a little bit after he hangs up the phone, he's just kind of walking, and the ring starts pulsing, I guess. And Hal shows up in front of him. It looks like a projection. He goes, oh, shit, am I dead? And I'm immediately like, because they spoiled that, I'm like, oh shit, is he dead? Like, is this it? Like, talk about the hologram there.
Yeah. No. So what? Apparent. This could be. This is probably very different in the comics because I don't even know about it. Okay. The lanterns in this show have to regularly update their consciousness with the ring's AI.
Somehow take like a cloud backup, maybe?
Yeah, which this was 2016. Yeah, okay. Yeah. But
we had cloud in 16, but it was
we
very...
did have cloud in 16, but the last time that he said that he did it was about 10 years ago.
So 2006.
So
yeah,
it really wasn't that much with cloud, so whatever. It's just a throwaway line. It's fine.
I can get through I can fix this for you. I can fix this for you. All right, the AI is talking to him, but for the AI to be able to interact with Jon Stewart, I think the ring can read Jon Stewart's thoughts. It knows what cloud is and put it in terms that he would understand.
Okay.
As opposed to saying, I burned myself to a DVD.
That's,
is what he would have said in 2006. That's my thinking.
That's fair. That's good headcanon. I will accept that. So with the hologram, he talks,
which was a great joke.
That is. He talks about, well, you see him, he's 10 years younger.
Right.
And everything. So it's like, and he's a much lighter version of Hal. He's not as grizzled. So John's like, who are you? He doesn't understand that Hal is like fundamentally changed over the years.
Right. He's like, he doesn't, you can see, and I think that's the best part of what I loved about this.
Yeah.
Is that it gave us a chance to see Hal before, I guess the word is not grizzled.
I would say grizzled because, I mean, you take a look, like, yes, back then he had darker hair. Now he's got black and gray, whatever they call it, in his hair. So yeah, grizzled is fine for that.
It's not grizzled. It's not apathy. It's where they just are, everything is horrible. Like, he's almost a pessimist, but there's another word I'm looking for.
Okay.
And it's coming to me, but I can't figure it. But he's just so incredibly not obtuse, but he's just everything's. It's gonna bother me that I can't come up with this too. Damn it. But he's lost a lot of hope. He's lost. He's seen some things that have made him jaded. That was what I was looking for. He is very, very jaded where that's concerned. And it's kind of, it was good that they included that, because that Hal that Kyle played in that scene was the Hal you kind of expect.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, oh shit, am I dead? We're friends, right?
Shit.
Let me tell you what's going on. It's like, it was really, that part was really good.
Why are you wearing my ring?
Why are you wearing my ring? Yeah. Are we close? Do I trust you? Oh, yeah, we're close.
Yeah, why did you fly us there? I haven't taught you.
I haven't taught you to fly. And Kyle plays that. Go watch that scene again. That tells that character that's why he went in code. He's like, why haven't we flown there? I haven't taught you how to fly yet, and I haven't taught you. Okay, I got to talk to you in code. Like, he doesn't know, like, the AI knows that he doesn't know if he can trust him. So he's like, it's raining in Rushville, or it's hailing in Rushville.
It's hailing in Rushville, yeah.
Yes. And he's like, that's the message to give him, which, don't get me wrong, there are about 1,000 other ways that could have been done. He could have been like, let me show you how to fly. Because I need to get there to tell Hal this. This is how you do to fly. Think a happy thought and sprinkle fairy dust. I don't know. There were 1,000 other ways. It was totally a plot device to be like, let me give you this thing. Because they wanted to have the moment where he says the words to him, and that makes Kyle Chandler fly away. And
he just leaves him. He just leaves him.
But I knew immediately when that happened, That's exactly. I was like, okay, so he's going to say that, and that's going to be the scene where Kyle walks away and flies in the air,
Yeah.
and that happened. So the hologram delivers that message. It does rattle Hal in a way. Hal leaves John, and John is left to fly Coach, to grab an airline to Rushville, Nebraska.
Which, who wants to go to Rushville, Nebraska
Yeah.
anyway?
And this is another change that I'm not sure I like. I get why they did it again. I've always loved that part of why Hal was chosen over Guy was Abin Sur crashed on the West Coast. And so he was like, he sent the ring, he told the ring, hey, go find a worthy successor. The ring goes, there's two. He's like, amazing, get me the closest one. A Guy was in Ohio. Hal was in LA. Hal would not have been the closest in Nebraska.
No.
So again, I understand though, I get why, because that's just it. We find out through this that Nebraska is actually where Abin Sur crashed. So, that's why it holds so much significance to him. But they get to the stadium. John gets to the stadium. Hal's on the sidelines and he's watching it. And I mean, talk a little bit about like the plot there and stuff.
Yeah, so we're then introduced to the sheriff, Carrie Kane.
Right.
She is in. She's a hard ass. She's
A bit,
wanting,
yeah.
She's wanting to do her job. She
Right.
knows who Hal is, and she very much stated like, "This is not your jurisdiction. This is a terrestrial matter."
Right.
And Hal goes, "I have a gut feeling. My gut's never wrong. This is aliens."
Right.
And so she's like, "You know what? Big shot, scene's yours. Go ahead." And so then they talk, then him and John talk about it. They notice that no one is mourning over the people that are shot. There's no one crying. There's no one trying to get really any other answers. But then they notice that there's a bloody hoodie and then someone with short sleeves on that's just
Standing out in the cold.
standing out in the cold. And
So-
John, good.
Detective work.
Yeah.
This is what we see from both of them. And it's something that's been missing from GL, the comics for some time. John's didn't do it that well. They kind of always went in rings blazing. This is kind of cool that they're going that. And to be quite honest, Batman hasn't done it that well, other than The Batman. But that movie had other problems. Like, you haven't seen Batman. Like, that was some Batman level detective work, I thought.
Yeah, definitely. They Hal's like, "How would you do this?" And
Yeah.
John explains, and then I will follow the chain of command.
I
Hal
will go
goes,
tell the sheriff.
I will go
have to
tell the sheriff.
Yeah.
And then all hell breaks loose afterwards because
Because the sheriff was pissed about it. She was mad at him. She goes, "Why are you telling me this? I know about him. I've
know
been
about
tracking him."
then
She's
they
like,
get-
"I don't want to spook him." And now you're standing here after talking
and
to
then you
him.
spook him, and then
Yeah.
they go off running, and this guy is fast,
And so is John.
and so is John, and then Carrie is behind
Somewhat
them.
Yes.
But then John, gets ahead of him, punches him in the face. Carrie
Yep.
arrests him, and then Hal goes, "I have to interview him,
Interrogate him. Yeah.
interrogate him." Carrie goes, "Over my fuck no,
Right?
You're not getting anywhere near." And then Hal goes, "Do you want a drink?"
Yep. Which you think it's like finally getting the respect, and then he realizes it's all a ploy. And how Hal does it, I mean, it's great. It's fantastic. We've all seen the making a $20 bill and putting it in the jukebox, but the fact that he did it to play, I've got a brand new pair of roller skates. Over
3 times.
and over. Oh, it was gonna go. I think he did it as long as he could.
He did
Yeah.
it 3 times.
Yes.
Because the first time I didn't catch how many times he input it.
Okay.
But the second time I did, and I'm like, oh, he's doing it 3
So-
times.
And I mean, it's a song that annoys everybody, so I get why.
Yeah, it's very annoying, but but it got to the point. But this is also where we find out about where we find if people don't know the backstory of how Hal got the ring
Right.
and
They
everything.
kind of go into Abin Sur. I love the fact they said Abin Sur. I love the fact they said 2814.
Yeah.
They hit the Green Lantern stuff because I was like, okay, because I'm watching this with my dad, who he has seen obviously the Green Lantern stuff since I was a kid, but I don't think he ever understood it, and so he's kind of watching this, and he enjoyed it last night for what it was, but we'll talk about that in a bit. So we find out that Hal's there at the bar and he's playing that song strictly to get arrested.
Yep. And John's like, this is a stupid plan.
And he's like, "Yep."
Yep. You're gonna want to get in there and stop me from fighting. Don't.
Right.
John's like, all right, whatever.
It's gonna look like I'm getting my. It looks like I could take a punch. I'm all right.
And he's like, all right, whatever. And then
So-
this is where we meet a new individual.
Yes, whose name neither one of us can remember because I don't know. She gave it to us, but
She did not give it to us then.
oh, okay.
She gives it.
Yes,
she
yeah,
gives
that's
it to
right.
us
She
later.
did give it to us later. Yeah, but
but her and John get into a little car play.
they have some lovely negotiations.
Yes.
They-
And then,
Yeah.
before that, Hal is arrested.
he leaves John the ring.
He leaves John the ring. But then in the morning, John goes to the sheriff's office to
Oh,
bail.
it was Zoe Macon.
Zoe Macon, yes. But we don't know that yet.
Yes, we don't know.
But we then go to the sheriff's office to bail Hal out. Carrie's like, yeah, you could have him after his arraignment.
Yeah, he goes to bail him out, and he's like, well, where is he? She's like, I put him in the broom closet. What?
Because that basically because I know what he wanted to do. He wanted to get close to that person, and
Yeah.
I was not going to let that happen.
She's like, did you think this was a good idea for him? It's like, no, I told him a couple of times.
Well, you should have told him louder.
I mean, that's just it. I really love the sheriff. I mean, I knew I was
The sheriff is a great
character.
human character in the
Yes.
way that she's not a superhero
Right.
in that term. I think she's great. I think she doesn't pull any punches. She's down to earth in the sense that I'm not going to take shit from anyone.
Right. So that happens. Hal goes to court. Fast forward a little bit. He obviously gets released into the recognizance or he gets bailed out by the local rich guy who also happens to be the sheriff's husband. And the sheriff's husband is the son of the local big rancher guy around, and so he's the gentleman Will there is insistent that they have dinner at his father's house.
Yep.
So, or Billy's insistent they have dinner at his dad Will's house. So they go to the Macon residence. They go to the ranch, and right away it looks like a compound. Everybody's armed.
Oh, yeah. It's a militia.
Yeah, and that's what Kyle or John says. It's a militia. We have that. The Macons are there, so Hal and John are there. We find out John's a vegan, which is okay.
Which is interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting. This is where we first find out that John, that it is canon still that John was 100% a Marine sniper, which I think is a great part of his backstory.
I think it's needed to have him still be a Marine and definitely a sharpshooter. But we also, he's carrying around a book too,
Right.
Which we find out we don't 100% find out in the episode, but it's like in interviews and stuff that he's an architect.
Right. No,
And that's
he's always
true.
an architect, but that's always been a John. He's carrying the book though. He's a sketch artist too. He likes to draw. He's he's keeping track because we see that later. So we meet Will Macon, the head of the ranch, played by Garrett Dillahunt. Wonderfully, he is not what he seems. We all know this. I still get serious Black Hand vibes from his son. I think Jason Ritter is 100% black, and that's speculation. But Hal and Macon kind of tete-a-tete off about what aliens are and, how, we want to keep Earth for Earthers, et cetera, et cetera. John goes outside to talk to Billy's son.
Noah.
And, Noah, yes. And helps him with that. And then we meet Noah's grandmother, the wife of Will.
Who
And who's
John
that guy?
who had some
John
car
had-
play with.
Yes, he had car play with and Android play. No. But yeah, the lady he hooked up with the night before is the wife of the most powerful man in the county. So, good. And that plays exactly as you expect. And that's just it. I mean, the Macon residence is nothing but a lot of exposition, obviously, to set up him as a bigger bad than we thought.
Yeah, it's also to set up the fact that
We can get
Macon
John into.
wants,
Yeah.
yeah, that
Go ahead.
Macon wants Hal and by proxy John to find these aliens, to get them contained,
Off the planet.
get them off the planet,
Yeah.
and everything. But that Macon is not in charge. There's someone above
him.
and
Yeah.
he's got an NDA, and Hal's like, "Oh, that's government." So
Yeah,
but
we'll
don't
talk.
know
We'll talk about
who
that. I
that
got
is.
ideas. So that, but it was also to kind of give Hal access to the interrogation room, because that's what happened there. He's like, I'll talk to my daughter-in-law. You'll be in tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Don't worry about it. There was another mistake I found, and I don't know if it was accidental or real, because Will, it appears, knows that Zoe and John bumped uglies. There were some, words said, but one of the things he called John, and I didn't realize it, but I had a Marine who was an uncle. He called John soldier. And any Marine will tell you, I'm not a soldier, I'm a Marine. Like that is their, and they don't say I'm an ex-Marine. They are Marines.
They're Marines, yeah.
Yeah. So my dad, when I said that, he was like, oh yeah, you're right. Your Uncle Gene would have punched somebody in the face for calling him a soldier. I was like, yeah. So I don't know if he did it on
nothing
purpose or if it was
yeah.
bad writing.
Also, nothing like eating off another man's grill.
Yes,
the
exactly.
line.
That was it.
We have been here for less than 24 hours.
And-
I'm impressed.
I'm impressed. I thought it was proud, but he did. He's like, I'm impressed. Yeah.
I'm impressed. I'm like, humor.
Hal.
Yay.
Yeah. So they go to the interrogation room the next day. And Hal's like, she's like, you'll have 15 minutes. He's like, I need 5.
Yeah.
He's like, this is an alien. I'm going to prove it. They go in and
I'll get him to admit it.
Yeah.
I don't
I'll
need
just
to
get
touch
it.
him.
She's like, how are you going to prove it? She's like, we've had MRIs. We've had scans. He's like, hey, Junior.
Tell him,
'Cause he
Junior.
keeps calling him Junior. Junior, how many aliens can represent as human to any of our medical scanners? She's like 36. Something like that.
14.
14, it was it. Yeah. It's like 14. Heart, lungs, everything. So the guy gets there. Hal gets in there and immediately starts kind of grilling him. And he grills him. And again, this is a scene that was well done. Hal is doing
This
it.
was probably by far the best scene in the entire episode. Yes, it's at the end, so you
Right.
want all that conflict and everything, but this was a well-directed scene and everything.
It was well written. I'm going
Yes.
to give you that credit. Like the way he was asking questions, and he's like, yeah, you would learn about football. You would learn about football because you're in Nebraska. And you would learn about Barack Hussein Obama. You would learn about him too. Yeah, that's right. That's right. And then he goes and asks other questions like, who is
What school did Harry Potter go
Harry
to?
Potter attend? Yeah, that was the big one. What did Katy Perry or something? Like he would ask these questions, and finally the guy just starts going off, and it's almost A Few Good Men. Like he's leading him to be able to say the things he's always wanted to about how having to know about a world's backwater sport, heroes, and being able to speak eloquently about it to rub it. He's like, say I had to do that, blah, blah, blah. And then it turns out that he leads him to, and just so you know, in my spine I have a neutron bomb and I could blow up this entire town. So you may want to let me go.
Harry Potter went to Hogwarts, you ignorant alien fuck.
He hits him across the room. He puts him in the bubble. It does contain most of the blast.
Yep.
I thought again, that's where Hal's going to die, and he doesn't. Head
Nope.
pops up.
See, I told you it was aliens.
Yeah, it was good. And they show the scene ends with they show the hole in the jail. It's kind of back in a way, and we get this kind of idea, and then it fast forwards another 10 years, and we get to the ending scene. So why don't you talk about that? Describe that for.
Sure. So it's now 2026.
26
It's snowing.
in Nebraska, because that's what it does
Yeah.
in July. No.
We see in older, but not older, Jon Stewart. He's got a goatee and everything, much like you would see in like Justice League Unlimited.
Right.
We then see Sheriff Carey and them parked next to each other. They get out. Their rapport is friendly, very friendly.
Yes, very.
And like, so something changes in those 10 years. She says, "You haven't aged a day." He asks how Noah is. She tells him that he is now part of the all squad or all state team quarterback, starting quarterback. Yeah. And then it was asked, who else knows? And it's just the groundskeeper. And then we walk up the same flight of bleachers that we did 10 years before. And we see someone sitting there.
Frozen.
John goes down a little bit, and then we see that it's Hal, who has been shot in the head.
But frozen. Like
frozen.
He's sitting straight up. Like he was frozen to death, and that's just it. Was he shot afterward or whatever? And it ends with
John looking, like brushing off Hal's hand,
right,
and noticing that the ring is not there.
Right. But here's the thing I noticed in that scene, and this might lead us to speculation, but that's fine. In fact, yeah, we'll use that because I want to talk about that. So let's go to the Book of Oa, where we can kind of do a little speculation here.
It's time to read the Book of Oa.
Okay, the Book of Oa. So this is where we speculate. Did you notice his right hand never came out of his pocket? Jon Stewart. John's never comes out. You never see his hand, his right hand.
No.
I think he has a ring. I think we're going to find out he has a ring. I think Hal had another one. Because I was watching, I was looking for his right hand. His right hand stayed in his pocket almost the entire time.
He brushed it off. He
brushed it.
Hand.
If you're brushing off his right, he would brush it off with his left hand. Because you're facing his right hand is on your left side.
Yeah.
I noticed that. I was like, and I'll go back and rewatch it. I just noticed last night when I was watching it. I was like, that is something.
I don't think he's got the ring. He's got a ring. I think this is another mystery on top of another mystery is where's the ring? Who killed Hal? How does this all end? This all ends with the murder of Hal Jordan. But also, how does someone kill a Green Lantern like that?
With a gunshot in the head, yeah.
Yeah, but
if he was frozen to death.
Defenses are up. I guess then maybe his ring did not get fully recharged. That could be something. But we don't know. I mean, someone got the best of Hal, and that's shocking.
Right.
It's definitely not Oliver Queen.
No. All right, so I've got it actually pulled up here. We see the gunshot hole. Mm-hmm. I don't know if somebody sat him there as a body or whatever. All right, so I'm looking at the scene. He bends down.
He
bends down, and his right hand is under Hal's.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You do not see his ring finger. No, you don't see it. And he brushes it off with his left. I'm telling you, they did that on purpose, I think. I'm just putting it out there. I'm like, he could have something on his right hand. So, I mean, but that's my speculation. But what do you think about, like, the ending? What are your thoughts?
Let's swing for the fences and kill the main character in the first episode.
That's very Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Oh, in the first episode. No.
The first episode. Well, yeah. Yeah. But that's still very Game of Thrones-ish.
Yeah.
But it is still a very shocking thing to be like, oh, okay, let's kill the greatest Green Lantern that there ever is, that there ever was.
Right.
At the end of the first episode.
Right.
And be like, now we have another mystery.
Yeah, I liked it too. It means that they have a lot of ground to cover with Hal between the 10 years.
Which is great. We have more time with Kyle Chandler as Hal Jordan within these 10 years up to
and I
this
think
point.
we're going to want more. And I think
because also
think
with also in these 10 years is when Superman comes into the scene, when Guy gets the ring.
Comes in the scene, yeah.
And so
gets a ring.
Gets a ring. Gets a ring, yes.
Here's the thing. I get the feeling, first of all, I think anyone who worked on this show, they may have the idea to kill Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart comes into his own, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
But I think after seeing Kyle Chandler, I can't imagine by week 5 or 6 where they're seeing the chemistry, they're seeing what he's got, that they're not going to try to find a way to write themselves out of this somehow.
Yeah.
That parallax or some other hand wavy thing, like maybe it's a manhunter. I don't know.
There's some speculation that it's a manhunter.
Yeah.
I mean, the AI is still within the ring, so we could still have that consciousness backed up, and it be the Hal Jordan of 2026, 2016 possibility.
Here's a thought. Hal was replaced with a manhunter. Hal was replaced with a manhunter, and Hal somehow got away from the manhunters.
Mm.
And Hal killed the manhunter and took his ring back. And that Hal could be Parallax, or that Hal could be somewhat evil.
Yeah.
Or just,
That would give us like a season 2 main villain is then Hal, which I know you don't want right away, but we're not getting it.
don't. I am so tired of it. It's so played. But if it keeps Kyle Chandler here and it ends with Rebirth, I'll allow it.
Yeah.
I think that's what we're looking at. I mean, the other big question mark, I think, in this episode is what are the Makins?
I honestly think that they're normal humans, but they're being led by a shadow organization. Mainly maybe Argus.
Argus has never been Green Lantern. Now, in the Millennium storyline, and this is going back, and I don't know that they would do it. In the Millennium storyline, there was an organization called, I think it was called Fortress, that Mr. Smith worked for. Now, Mr. Smith was a shadowy, he looked like a Man in Black. He had black hair, jet black hair, wore dark sunglasses, and a black suit. He got rid of Carl Ferris at Ferris Aircraft. He took over Ferris. He worked with this agency and stuff like that. And he was a manhunter. And he was Hal's manhunter from that storyline. They could do something like that very easily. Mm-hmm. There are other. There was a senator during that time as well that died during that. I'm trying to remember his name, but it basically he learned who Hal Jordan was. Yeah.
They're doing Secret Invasion on TV better than Marvel did Secret Invasion on TV already within the first episode.
Exactly. Jason Block was the name of the senator. Now, if they pull Jason Block out of Mothballs, which is a character, you have no idea who that is.
Oh, God, no, I have no idea.
But there is, like, if they were old school Green Lantern people, it'd be like, Jason Block? Really? Okay. The problem was Jason Block knew who Hal was, and that was his big, big thing. So that kind of becomes, I don't know. I think the makings are something else. I think an alien or something, because William Hand is the name of Black Hand. These
Yeah.
guys are both named William. Jason Ritter would be a great Black Hand. He really would.
He already enjoys having Hal around.
Yeah.
And I could see that turning on a dime, being like,
Right.
"Oh, I don't like you anymore. I think you do not deserve this power."
Right.
And I think him, because we also see at the end, within 2026, that the Macon estate, at least the entrance, is destroyed.
Right.
So something is going to go down that destroys that area. I don't know if like the main complex got destroyed or anything. I tried looking, and all I could see was snow.
Yeah. Now, by the way, it wasn't Fortress. The name of the organization was Control. It was made up by Mr. Smith and all that. Sorry about that. Old school. Yeah, I'd like to see him stick around for sure. Yeah, I think the Makens are going to be more important than just militia types. I'd love to see one become Goldface, but again, since Yellow isn't, Goldface stopped being a really, really powerful Green Lantern villain the minute they got rid of the yellow impurity. It's like, I spray everything gold. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and then the other thing I want to talk about before we get out of here is like, did you see the trailer at the end of this season on?
I have.
You were right. I got to give you props. You were right. Because it's in there. It's laid out right there that Laura Linney, not Laura Dern. Laura Linney's character, she admits she's 100% a Guardian. I freaking hate it.
I don't understand it. I don't understand why they are why the writers are hiding away. They even have mentioned that the Guardians are blue.
Our blue boys, yeah.
Or blue people, whatever.
Yeah. He says the boys in blue, the big blues, the big blue. He kept calling them the big blues.
I mean, this could be did they give
like Appa,
give her,
like the old timer.
Yeah.
From Hard Traveling Heroes, there was a Guardian that traveled with them. It was Appa Aliapsa. He traveled with them, and in a world crisis, Hal Jordan gets injured, and Appa loses his immortality because he saves Hal instead of stopping I think it was some sort of oil spill or something. It was something like people were going to be injured or hurt, and he saves Hal. And the Guardians were like, you have to let him die.
Well, there is a female Guardian. Doesn't
there's
she
many
help?
female Guardians.
But there's an important one that helps
Saeed.
Yeah, create the
Blue
Lanterns. Yeah.
Right, but they were here's the thing, female Guardians came after Johns' reboot. It was actually I think he did it even before that. I think it's one of the few things Ben Robb did well. The child Guardians grew up and they had female Guardians, and that was all Jeff Johns. Before that, they were all blue boys. They were all men. Part of why they left in '85 was the Zamarons, the ones who made the purple light, were their female counterparts.
Okay.
So, but in any event, what I'm bringing up Appa though is that when he went to Earth, when the Guardians sent Appa to Earth, and Hal kept calling him old timer. When he sent him to Earth, he had to look human. They made him look human. They his head was still large. He was bald, but he was white skinned, the whole nine. So there's history there.
Yeah.
Here's what I don't like about it. Two things. First of all, again, I think it takes some of the cosmic away. But secondarily to that, and I've said this on a few sites I'm on, and I think I said it last week, I'm sick and tired of the Guardians being malevolent. And it feels like the way they were presenting Laura Linney in that scene, it felt malevolent. She felt more like, if you want to be the Green Lantern, we will do it. Which, again, they are Machiavellian. They are 100% puppet mastery and all that. But here's the thing. If the Guardians wanted to take the ring away from Hal Jordan, the Guardians would take the ring.
Yeah.
They'd just take the ring. They don't need a reason.
They've done it a bunch of times.
A bunch of times. I don't get it. And we have to see what's coming up. I just am annoyed. I want the Guardians to be the Guardians. And I want them to be good. I want them to be altruistic and benevolent. They've lived billions of years and they use their immortality to better the galaxy. And having them be, and again, this feels like Tom King. Like having them be all like Machiavellian and somewhat sinister and controlling and I almost feel that's how Guy gets the ring. Is that John? I think it's going to come to it. John, they're going to be like, "Do you want the ring or not? You have to remove Hal Jordan." And if I find out it's you have to kill Hal Jordan to get his ring, that's where I'm going to be pissed. I mean, and that's what they were trying to set in that scene was, "Do you want the ring or not?" Mm-hmm. It feels like they're saying, and would Guy be willing to do something that sinister to get his hand on the ring? I don't know.
Guy would,
yeah, but
Guy would.
I don't think he'd kill him.
John wouldn't.
John
he would
would
subdue
not.
him. He would subdue him and take the ring, but he wouldn't kill him.
But it wouldn't be taking the ring then, because the ring should go.
Yeah.
Again, that scene felt like they were trying to say, and if that's the case, I'm going to sit there and go, maybe they're not the Guardians. Maybe she represents being a Guardian. I mean, there was a story like that in the Gerard. Again, maybe they just read Gerard Jones's Green Lantern, because part of how Gnort, you know who Gnort is, right? The dog Green Lantern. If you don't know Gnort, you got to look up Gnort.
Is that the one that's like he's got like that 70s vest?
Yeah, okay. He's like hippie Guardian. Yeah. So in the story, they kind of try to explain why Gnort exists. Come to find out, there was a second set of Guardians that were like clowns, like actual clowns, which but it was as bad as you think it was, and they were run by the Quardians, and so I'm sitting here going, okay, if the Manhunters are involved and they make up their own Guardians, and that's how he was chosen. Again, I'm kind of on board, but wouldn't Hal go to like the Guardians and be like, really, this guy? There are some things.
I would assume, but it also sounds like he doesn't trust the Guardians.
Right. So I think that's a lot of things to sit there. I feel pretty good about that. As far as news goes, I mean,
as far as news goes, we do know that Guy Gardner will show up in
they showed that
in the Mr. Miracle animated show.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yep. So that is even more planting the seeds of a Justice League International.
Right.
Which I'm all for.
I like that.
Well, it's also
me too.
Tom King. Tom King doing Mr. Miracle. He's show running it and everything. So it makes sense. I mean, Guy does not show up in the story.
I get it
at all, but they need to have connecting dots. And Guy,
I get it.
Guy is the Stan Lee of the DC.
I'm Tom King, man. I bet you there were people like this with Jeff Johns, because he's almost like Jeff Johns level of has.
Well, that's the thing too. I wondered why Johns is not attached to this show.
He's out of DC altogether.
That's a reason.
He hasn't been in DC. Jeff Johns.
It's been
DC.
it has been a while. Like
I think
Jim
he
Lee
left
is
after
president.
the. I think he left after the Doomsday Clock.
That
he left in 2023. So yeah,
he
went to build his own comic book cooperative publishing company through Image Comics. So he went to Image.
Okay.
Idiot.
Perfect.
He continued writing books like JSA. Yeah. So that's kind of
right. JSA like recently.
Yeah. I think the other big news though is, I took a look. Reviews for this show are solid.
It's
we did talk about they have to hit it out of the park. It looks pretty good. They're almost universally thumbs up.
I don't know what like the streaming numbers are for this. It hasn't been. It's
They
only
won't
been a day.
Yeah.
But I think this is one of. It might be Game of Thrones, House of Dragon level viewing.
I would say True Detective. I really think it's going to be that level.
Well, I mean, this is very much a True Detective.
Right.
meets meets the
The DC
Thing
universe.
meets DC.
So that's kind of our news and haps there from the Book of Oa. I think we should close that out. Let's go and take a look at the JLA signal device and see if we've gotten any mail.
Time to read mail with the Justice League signal device.
Okay, so we don't have any mail, guys. You can email us. Send us email, podcast@lanternstvtalk.com. If you want, go to the website, lanternstvtalk.com. There's a contact form there that will hit us up. We definitely would love to hear from all of you regarding that. Please feel free to come inside and hang out with us. So, but we do have some comments on various videos we've put out this week. And I had it set up and I lost the page because that's
A lot of it is definitely about Tom King. And
well, there was the biggest one. Yeah, Friday I put out the Tom King part of last week. I mean, everybody's agreeing.
Everybody's agreeing that Tom King is a problem. They don't like Tom King.
I would say not that. My point was he's generational. I'm
He's
too old for
generational,
Tom
yeah.
King. I'm too old for Tom King. There are people that like him, but it tends to be later millennial / Gen Z alpha.
Yeah, it's
and
Tom
down.
King is great
Yeah.
at certain stories. He
Right.
really thrives at older post-war.
Right.
Someone, Matt the Old Man, said, "Wow, this is accurate. I left Batman title after his
Yeah.
first issue because of the writing."
And then he
Frank-
said, I think it was the same guy who said, but just note, Alfred was killed. Being killed was apparently DC's decision. So,
Yep.
Mr. King, if you're listening, I do apologize for that because I have hung that around your neck because what the F, that is the biggest mistake you can make. But yes. Yeah, a lot of people feel the same way. I mean, let us know what you guys think, of course. He is a showrunner here. I can't promise that I'm going to sing his praises. Heroes, man, Heroes in Crisis broke me. I'm sorry. He broke me. What he did to Wally fucking
fair.
broke me.
But then they had a whole dark crisis on Infinite Earth, so they redid all that.
Yeah.
So it's fine.
It's not fine. He broke me, man.
But they rebooted it.
Like they
Again.
took all the hope of DC Universe Rebirth, where we get the real Wally back, and that's not a slam on the newer Wally, but it's just that's not my Wally. I love him.
I know.
They get the new Wally back, and then he goes out of his way to make him into a murdering God!
But then that also leads into Doomsday Clock too. So
Yeah. So I mean, there is that. Yeah. But we also had a couple of things on a few posts where we talked about the fact that I was kind of saying I don't know if being grounded is going to work. I still stand by that. I kind of want this to be a little more fantastic, but I understand it's the first episode.
Yeah.
But the Elias Noel said, hey, grounded is necessary for a couple of reasons. The first of which is that it allows new fans to jump on and focus on character rather than laser beams and aliens or lore. Think about how The Dark Knight took a jokey character like the Joker. This is the thing I didn't agree with. I'm like, the Joker is not jokey.
No.
The Joker, since Cesar Romero, the Joker has not been jokey. Like Jack Nicholson fixed that and grounded him in the archetype of an anarchist. Again, that wasn't that. That wasn't Dark Knight. That was that was done. A lot of people were worried about the same thing, but what you get is a multi-layered, truthful approach to a mythic story. And yes, GL is mythic when it's at its best. I agree with most of what he said. I understand though that I'm also from a generation that read Joker, like The Killing Joke when it came out. Like The Killing Joke Heath Ledger, and I'm not taking anything from Heath Ledger. He did a different take on the Joker that I freaking love. And yeah, it was a little more anarchist than others. But yeah, like the whole, yeah, I mean, there's just great. And then the other one was our friends over at Lanterns Live. This is why I knew I liked this guy. He's like, Nodell, Broom, O'Neill, Wolfman, Johns, Morrison, Adams have all started their GL runs on Earth. James Hawes, producer and director from Lantern, says that the show will start on Earth before going galactic, which will probably be helpful for people not familiar with decades of lore. But yeah, I agree. It works best on a galactic scale, but it seems the production is doing it right.
Yeah.
I agree mostly with that. I love that he name dropped. Like, we get you're bigger than us, Lanterns Live. We know. You don't have to name drop to talk to the guy. Hey, you know what? Send a few down to us. We don't have to be the producer either. I'll take a gaffer. Give me a gaffer. No,
I'll be best boy.
Yeah, give me a best boy. Hey, give us the guy running, craft services, man. Give us the guy who makes the sandwiches. Actually, I'd love to talk to that guy. I want to find out if Aaron Priest is vegan. So, but
that that would be interesting. You know what? It doesn't say in his Wikipedia.
It doesn't. But that's okay.
No.
So let's but that's kind of it. Again, guys, we're going to go through here. Obviously, we're going to report to the Guardians where you'll hear all of our socials. Please comment, like, subscribe. Let us know because, we're doing this. We're having a good old time. We've moved hosts, so we get better podcast metrics now. But tell your friends about this. Hang out with us. And in fact, we'll talk about this now because I think it's time. We've been here a little long. I guess we better go report to the Guardians. So.
Will and Kyle, it's time for you to report to the Guardians.
Did that stop?
No.
Oh, okay. It did for me. That's weird.
No.
Right?
It's all
I'm
good.
cool with that. All right. So, reporting to the Guardians. So, this is the new oath, guys. The oath is coming. We should have said this up top. We've done a little switching on the show format here. So, before we take the oath, though, we want to remind you how to find us while we're out and cruising the cosmos in the sectors. You can join conversation on our Discord, which is very quiet because there's 4 of us on it right now. Open your browser and go to discord.lanternstvtalk.com and join the discussions. You can also check our new website. There are links there. It's at lanternstvtalk.com. And as we said earlier, please email us. We will read anything, even if it's like, shut the fat white-haired dude up. We will read that on the air. In fact, if you do that, I'll read it on the air every week because self-deprecating is what I do best. Just email us, podcast@lanternstvtalk.com.
We're also on most social media platforms, putting out some content most days. On Facebook, it's Lanterns TV Talk, one word. Instagram is Lanterns TV. YouTube, where we're streaming from right now, is
We're streaming on all these right now.
Oh, we're streaming on all of these. YouTube is at Lanterns TV Talk, and TikTok, we're on TikTok, is lanterns.tv.talk.
Right, at lanterns.tv.talk, yes. And you can also find me from time to time streaming on Twitch. When I'm traveling, it's rough. But I do games like, Star Wars Galaxies. I'll do a little Fancraft, which is the Minecraft server every once in a while. Thinking about getting into Farming Simulator because my old man and I are playing it. But check me out, twitch.tv/oldmangamerny.
You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at KyleKrause89. I am very...
Quiet?
No. I'm more on Instagram a lot. I will talk to people on Instagram a lot more.
Cool. All right. Well, that's good to know. So Kyle Krause, Kyle Krause 89. Is that the year you were born?
It was.
Dude,
Yeah.
I was a sophomore in high school.
Yep.
I could have held you as a baby. I'd have been like, this is little Kyle. He's going to be my
37.
co-host. In a row?
Yeah. You've had that many?
Wait, you didn't get the reference?
No.
Did I you didn't get the Kevin Smith reference?
In a row?
Oh.
I like Kevin Smith. I don't understand it. We'll talk about it later.
37? You don't understand 30?
37. Sorry.
That's where I was like 37. I'm like, in a row?
Now I do. And along with some other sources, the primary music for our show is provided by our good friend Charlie Bach. You can find more of his music at soundcloud.com/Charlie Bach.
So for Kyle, this is Will saying, we will see you next time as we review episode 2 of Lanterns. Be here Monday live at 7 p.m. to watch us record this episode. And my monitor's doing something weird. We need a second here. I might need you to kick off the oath, by the way. This is Will saying we'll see you next time as review. We're going to take this whole thing again. I'm like literally cloudy. Hold on. Let me turn this off and on again. I think my video card driver needs updating. Like my center monitor, my main monitor, all of a sudden it's like I'm trying to watch, like porn or something, and it's just all cloudy. So, okay, I'm back. This is good. We're going to take this again. So for Kyle, this is Will saying we'll see you next time as we review episode 2 of Lanterns. Be here Monday live at 7 p.m. to watch us record this, or get the podcast on your podcatcher of choice. But we want to thank you guys for hanging out with us, and we will see you next week. Here's our new outro music.
In blackest day or brightest night is watermelon, cantaloupe, yada yada, a superstitious and cowardly lot, with liberty and justice for all.
In brightest day, in blackest night,
no evil shall escape my sight.
Let those who worship evil's might
Beware my power. Green Lantern's light.
Did that skip for you? You played all the way through?
Yeah.
It skipped on my side. I'm going to be interested.
Played all the way through for me.
All right. Now, this is where we usually would stop the recording and you'd send me the audio file, but your audio file did not work. So
I'm going to go. It was recording for all of.
Yeah, just see if you got anything, but I doubt you did. Did you set your input device correctly?
I probably didn't.
Okay. So this is the post-game show, which we don't have to do too much of now because the new system will take care of that for us. Like when we hit end broadcast, it'll stop the recording. You and I can hang out, but we won't be on live anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely did not.
That's okay.
But that's the thing. It's set up for mic in.
Yeah, we could take mic in. You got to make sure it's set up for your.
But that's
your
what
actual,
it is. That's what it's set up for this.
That's weird.
It is. I may have to look into it.
Check and make sure you don't have it set up for that whatever. Like if you're using the browser, it takes it over. Because again, you're using a browser, not Zoom this time. So if you have it set up to where it takes it, you got to check your Windows settings and make sure it doesn't take it and make it only that. So. Well, we could talk.
I want to revisit, manage. Site usually don't sites listed below for custom. No, it doesn't say anything about that.
That's weird. Well, I'm gonna go edit the audio because I have to pull it from this since I don't have you. So I'm gonna pull this, guys. We're gonna end the broadcast now since nobody's watching. And but you might catch us later. Obviously, I'll edit it to a regular video as well later. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. I hope you guys enjoyed the new setup and stuff. We'll see you next week. And be watching our socials, man. We've been throwing up shorts and stuff, and Kyle's making content. I might make a ride home from Will because I'm driving a lot tomorrow. So maybe I'll have some thoughts of my own. I like to, if I get a little sleepy.
Yeah, once I get my package from my friend, I'll do an unboxing of Kilowog and White Lantern Kyle.
And then you want to give the Kilowog away to me?
No.
Why not?
Because I
would do it for you.
Only if there was a second one.
My birthday's on Christmas, man.
I understand. I know your birthday's on Christmas.
I'm just saying. And never once have I gotten a Kilowog from you.
This is my first Kilowog.
I have a Kilowog.
Yeah, I don't. I didn't really feel like paying to get another Green Lantern Kyle for that 2-pack.
And I love this version of Kilowog, by the way. This is like the DC Direct from like the late 90s.
Oh, nice.
Or the Jeff Johns era. Like, it's a solid Kilowog.
The McFarlane Kilowog he's beefy.
Yeah.
He's a good beefy.
This one's pretty thick and beefy too. But yeah, I love this version. I wouldn't want to replace him because I like that version.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. All right, man. We're going to end the broadcast here, folks. Thanks very much and have a good one. We'll see you next time. Bye now.
Bye.
Sure you want to end the broadcast and recording?